Welcome back to Maths with Myra. Quick tips and easy steps are how we roll. Grab your pencil, let's get started. This week's lesson is a little bit different because we're doing 5, not 1, 5 JMC problems today. The first 5 actually. Welcome to my channel. This is the first question in JMC 2025 paper and we are going to attempt it. Remember, you have 3 seconds to pause the video and solve the question. It starts now. What is half of 10% of 20? Well, we can first find 10% of 20. To find 10% of any number, we need to divide it by 10. And so, 10% of 20, which is 20 divided by 10, is 2. But we need to find half of that. So, we do 2 divided by 2 again, because we're halving it, and we get 1. That's one way to solve it. Or, you could do 1/2 of 10%, which is 5%, and find 5% of 20. In either case, you will get the same answer of 1. Yay! More fractions! Your 3 seconds starts now. There are actually 2 ways to solve this problem, and I will show both of them. The first one is just to add the numerators and denominators, like how they show up there. So, like adding 4,444 and 5,555. So, if we add them up, we get a numerator of 9,999. And a denominator of 3,333. We want to simplify that, so we divide by 1,111. We get 9 by 3, which, as we know, is 3 because we're dividing the numerator by the denominator. That's the simplest way to do it. But if you want to really show how smart you can be, we can use another method where we substitute each one. So like how 4,444 becomes 4 times 1,111. And then you add that to 5 times 1,111. And divide it by 1 times 1,111 plus, you guessed it, 2 times 1,111. Repetitive, isn't it? 4 plus, now the hard part. We have to take 4 and we have to take 5 and add them up, okay? But put them in brackets, because 4 plus 5, 9, times 1,111, which is 9,999. Divided by 1 plus 2, 3 times 1,111. Oh, wait, that's the exact same as 9,999 divided by 3,333. But in this convoluted way, we are going to cancel out the two 1,111s, and we get 4 plus 5, 9, divided by 3, which we know is 3. 2 very different ways of getting the exact same answer. You know the gist of it by now. 3 seconds starting now. How many of the following are factors of 2025? 15, 25, 45, 75, and 225. need to find the prime factors of 2025. To do that, we are going to use something called a factor tree. So, what factor can we immediately see? 5. And 5 is prime, so we don't need to do anything with that. But what is 2025 divided by 5? It is 405. Next, what is 405? Well, 5 again, and 81. 81 is 3, which is prime, to the power of 4. So, 2025 is 5 squared is not just 5, it's 5 times 5 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. That's very long, but it's basically 5 squared times 3 to the power of 4. So let's take our options. 15. 15, we know, is 5 times 3. I'm using 5 and 3 because, well, we are using 5 times 3 in our factor tree, so why not use it here too? Next, we're going to look here, and we're going to cancel anything that has a 5 and 3. 5 and 3. 5 times 3 times 3 times 3 is left. And so 15 multiplied by 5 into 3 to the power of 3 is 2025. So 15 is a factor of 2025. That is what we would like. Next, we have 25. 25 is 5 times 5. So, let's get rid of 5. Let's get rid of 5. Okay, 3 to the power of 4 is left, which means 25 is a factor of 2025. So far, 2 have been factors. Let's look at 45 next. 45 is a little harder. It's 5 times 3 times 3. 5 times 3 times 3. So let's get rid of a 5 and let's get rid of 2 of the 3's. 5 times 3 times 3 is left. So 45 times 45 is 2025. That's handy to know. Next, we have 75. 75 is 5 times 3 times 5. Get rid of 2 5's and get rid of a 3. 3 to the power of 3 is left. So 75 is a factor of 2025. The final one that we need to test is 225, which is 5 times 5 times 3 times 3. Oh, that's 5 times 45. Wait, since 45 times 45 is 2025, would that mean 5 times 45 is also a factor? Let's see. 5 times 5, 3 times 3. It is! 3 squared times 225 is 2025. And so, the answer to this problem is all 5 of them are factors. Here's question 4. Remember, you'll have 3 seconds to pause the video and answer the question. Then we'll solve it together. 3, 2, 1, go! In March 2024, the British runner Jasmine Paris became the first woman ever to finish the 100-mile Barkley Marathons in Tennessee. Her finishing time of 59 hours, 58 minutes and 21 seconds meant that she narrowly beat the cutoff time of 60 hours for the event. By how many seconds did Jasmine beat this cutoff time? First off, we know that there are 60 hours in the event, and she completed it in 59 hours, 58 minutes, and 21 seconds. So we need to subtract from 60 hours her time taken to get how much she beat the cutoff time. Remember, when we do subtraction with time, because it is time, instead of 100, when we carry over, we use 60. 60 minutes in an hour, 60 seconds in a minute. So we take 59, and then this becomes 60, and then 59 again. This becomes 60. 60 minus 21 is 39. 59 minus 58 is 1. So, and 59 minus 59 is nothing. She beat it by 1 minute 39 seconds. But our answer should be in seconds. 1 minute is 60 seconds, and 60 seconds plus 39 seconds is 99 seconds. Our answer? A. 99 seconds. Now we have question number 5 to solve. I will give you 3 seconds to pause the video and solve it yourself, and then I'll go through it. The diagram shows the square PQRS and the equilateral triangle PTS. What is the size of shaded angle RPT? Well, we know PQRS is a square, meaning PSR is 90 degrees, because all the angles in a square are 90 degrees. We also know, because it's a square, that the line PS is the same as the line SR, which comes in handy because now we know the triangle PSR is isosceles, which means that two sides are the same and the angle opposite to those two equal sides are the same. In our case, that SPR would then be half into 180 minus 90, which is 45. Okay? Next, we know that PTS is an equilateral triangle, which means each angle is 60 degrees. Because of that, SPT is 60 degrees. To get RPT, which is what we want, we need to do SPT, the big bit, subtract the excess part that we don't want, which we know is 45 degrees. So 60 degrees minus 45 degrees is 15 degrees. RPT is 15 degrees. So the answer is C. Well, that's a wrap for the longest video on my channel. I hope you loved it. I definitely loved creating it. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.